July, everyone. So, since many of you enjoy boating and being out on the water here in beautiful South Florida, we thought we'd join you today. We're going to be bringing you some fun in the sun design tips on today's SoFlo Home Project. Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra. In honor of the upcoming holiday weekend, we're celebrating today here out at sea, which I thought would be the perfect backdrop to share with you some ways to set up your home for outdoor summer entertaining. Today, we'll tour this beautiful yacht and share ways to give your dining table a patriotic look, create fun play areas for the kids, and so much more. Mo, I want to welcome you to SoFlo Home Project. Thank you for having us here today, actually.
And welcome to my little humble adobe.
So it's almost 4th of July weekend here. I mean, everyone's either boating, barbecuing, or yachting, as we will be here. So we're going to be sharing tips on entertaining for the holiday, things that people could do at home to make it a little more festive for the 4th. But of course, on SoFlo Home Project, we love to share design, and whether it is a home or a yacht, there's so much great things to see in terms of design. So I wanted to kind of talk a little bit about where we are here.
We are in central Miami, basically, at, if you don't mind me saying, Venetian Marina. I have every kind of size of boat, but this is one of my favorites, which is a 100-foot azimuth. The beautiful thing about the 4th of July is a lot of people go out boating with their boats or chartering boats. That's the pleasure of having a big boat like this. I could see all the rest of Miami and our guests from outside of Miami come and enjoy our beautiful weather.
Absolutely. It's the weekend to do it. Every weekend here in South Florida really could be the weekend to do it. But on the 4th, it's an extra special weekend.
The beautiful part about boating, and especially in Miami, you have the sun always, you have great weather. This boat has a back deck which could accommodate 8 to 10 people. We have upstairs which has its own table, deck, and a jacuzzi, hot tub upstairs where you could entertain more people. The best part is they could yacht in Miami and enjoy the most valuable natural resource we have, which is our water.
Absolutely. There is so much beauty out here at sea in Miami and South Florida in general. And I want to thank you for welcoming us aboard. We've got so much to share with viewers, and we are just getting into holiday entertaining. So thank you so much, Mo.
Thank you very much, and welcome to my yacht.
And we will catch up with you at the end of our episode.
Definitely.
So go enjoy that sun out there and a beautiful day.
Thank you very much.
And so now we've been talking about entertaining here at sea, but there are so many ways that you could prepare your home for 4th of July weekend with some great tabletop decor. Okay, so we're gonna get started with our first project, and this one is super fun. It looks really cute, and it doesn't cost a lot to make. I did everything here from a dollar store, getting stuff just under a few bucks. So this is the finished product I want you guys to see. It's our firecracker centerpiece. And keep in mind, you could make these for your tabletop, but you could also make them and put a stake in them and have them in your lawn as more fun decor that's a little bit higher for around the yard. So what you need to do this. These were 99 cents each, pool noodles. I did red and blue. If you could find white, that's great too. Scissors or a serrated knife, electrical tape in red, white, or blue. Gonna need some ribbon, any of this festive decor that you could buy at a craft store. We get little flags, little American flags, so the more the better. There's really no right or wrong. And of course, a hot glue gun. Now keep in mind, you can do this without a glue gun, but it just makes it a little easier when you're putting the whole thing together. On this particular one, I used a container. You could use any, whether it's like a galvanized metal, a pail, a bucket, whatever you want to use if you have something around the house or if you can pick up at a craft store. Now, if you don't have that, there's an alternative way to do it, and that's going to be like this. And this actually just stands right on its own. So, how do we make it? Let's go. We've got our pool noodles. I like to do this in groups of 3. And I'm using scissors. With a serrated knife, it's probably easier, but for safety, these are great too. Just want to make sure you get that clean cut. Now I'm gonna measure, and you could even mark it with a pencil. I like to eyeball things, just for sake of time. We've got 2 heights, again, varying heights. Now we're gonna need a third. So pick whichever color you wanna add in there. I might go with blue. Just gonna put a little bit of glue. The hot glue is a little tricky with styrofoam, keep in mind, but you just gotta hold it a little longer for it to take, because it tends to melt the styrofoam. I wanna give this a minute because I think it completely melted. So we'll let this tack it together. And again, you wanna test it, make sure it stands upright. If you don't get too clean of a cut, you're gonna want to, adjust the bottom. The glue doesn't have to be super firm. It's really just to kind of hold the shape and just hold them together. All right, so we have got our base for the firecrackers. Just keep in mind, if you are planning on wrapping any tape details on it, you could do it before you put this together, but you could do it after too. Makes a fun stripe and makes the pool noodles a little bit more decorative. So red, white, blue, whatever colors you have that fit the theme. Really have fun with this and decorate it however you would like. Again, sky's the limit. You could even cover it in glitter, whatever you want to do. A little bit of the ribbon is a nice way to hold these together if the glue doesn't hold that great. And again, it adds another decorative element. So what I do here, sometimes it's harder to tie it if you want it to look super neat. It's good to just kind of put a few glue dots. This way it holds the band in place. It's a good way to cheat it if you can't tie that perfect bow. I might glue a bow, or even some of this type of like table scatter is great. Use your imagination. And now the fun part is to do the top decor. And sometimes you can use a little bit of glue to kind of set it right in place there. So, and here you have it, the finished firecracker decor. And again, the best part about these foam noodles is you could really just insert any of the decorative accents right into the foam too, so you don't necessarily need glue for that option. So I hope that you enjoyed some of those tabletop 4th decor tips, but we have got more for you, and I'm gonna go check out a little bit more of this yacht. Coming up, we have more fun in the sun outdoor decorating ideas on SoFlo Home Project.
Hi, this is John with USA Windows and Doors.
And I'm Mike, Vice President of Sales.
And Mike, tell us today why most people don't have impact windows.
Well, John, the truth of the matter is most people don't think they can afford it. With our financing options, anybody can afford to have this product in their home. First of all, we're going to save you money on your cooling bills. We're going to save you money on your homeowner's insurance. And you take those savings and put that toward the price of your windows, it almost pays for itself.
And not to mention, it's also increased the property value. Is that right?
That is absolutely true. Most real estate professionals will tell you that this increases the value of your home, making it more marketable and easier for you to sell.
What are the other benefits of these impact windows?
Well, John, the true benefits of having impact windows and doors in your home is, number one, safety for your family. It's the hurricane protection, not just from the storm, but flying debris. Number two, break-in protection for your family. Number three, energy savings. There's a lot of heat that transfers in from the outside to the inside. With the low E energy efficient glass, you're reflecting that heat away from the home, again, saving the homeowner money on their cooling bill. And lastly, take advantage of, here in the state of Florida, no sales tax on windows and doors.
And this can add up to huge savings.
Exactly, John, and to my point, anybody can afford hurricane impact windows and doors.
Oh, I think the home looks fabulous now. I think that the impact windows made a big difference. It quieted the house down a lot from the outside noise. I think our air conditioning system is running a lot more efficient now with the impact windows. And my wife and I are very happy with the look, and we're very happy with the end result.
If you're ready to upgrade your windows, call USA Windows and Doors today.
Or visit our website at usawindowsanddoors.com. Don't forget, anyone can afford hurricane windows and doors.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to celebrate 4th of July with great ways that you can spruce up your outdoor spaces for entertaining all summer long. We have been on this yacht all day and enjoying the beautiful South Florida weather. So we are now below deck checking out some of the staterooms here on this yacht. Lots of blue and red touches. We thought it would be fitting for 4th of July weekend. Of course, throw pillows are always a great way to bring color into any space, whether it's on land or at sea. And speaking of throw pillows, they are one great way that you can really change up your decor. We always share that it's the simple things and the more inexpensive items in a home that allow you to really have some versatility. So take a look at this way that you could have a little bit of versatility in your outdoor spaces with throw pillows. I feel like when it comes to interior design and decorating your home, there's a lot of rules that it's said that we can't do. And one of them might be mixing patterns when it comes to our pillows and upholstery and everything else that's going on in the room. So I think that is one rule that we can break, and I'm going to show you one way that you can do that and how to do it. Most importantly, because this is a rule we're breaking, there still are going to be a few things to follow to make it work. And what that is, first of all, when you're going to mix your patterns, you want to identify the type of look that you're going with. So for example, florals can either be more tropical in this case, and sometimes can also have a more feminine type of look in the decor. If you go with something like animal prints, might be a little bit more eclectic and fun. And then of course, some like clean line geometrics are great for modern looks. So there are a ton of patterns. I'm going to show you 2 great looks of mixing patterns and then give you a few tips on how to do it on your own in your own home. So rich textures definitely work well in a coastal look because you want natural materials and rope and anything that makes you feel like you're at sea. All right, so we have our nautical or even coastal look. So I want to point out a couple of things that I did mixing some of these patterns because I also bought in textures, which definitely is an important point when you are breaking the design rules and mixing lots of patterns. So here I did a very fine stripe, and of course this has pattern on pattern, so you've got a fine stripe background with an anchor pattern all over the front. I've got a textured striped pillow behind it. It's a wider stripe. And of course, I offset it with some tone-on-tone textured pattern pillows. That definitely ties it in. And then on this side, of course, I also bought in a little bit of rope and a slightly wider stripe. Another rule of thumb to think about is that when you are mixing your patterns, scale is really important. So I'm doing a smaller scale stripe here. Then I've got a larger scale here and then another smaller. So one way to think of it is a large print or pattern and then 2 smaller is great. And then also sometimes 1 large, 1 medium print, 1 smaller. Okay, so we did a nautical setup and now I thought it would be fun to do something a little more tropical since we are in South Florida. And of course, I feel like tropical decor has definitely been trending, whether it be in textiles, wall coverings. So I got some tropical pillows and a few fun colors to show you. Okay, so here is our tropical look and a couple of quick pointers just if you're thinking about mixing your patterns up, mixing the textures. Here I used a couple of accessories to also ground some of the colors. So I introduced a little bit of the pink and the yellow in that print. So I bought it out here with some tabletop decor. Everything here is really saturated, it's really bold, it's really vibrant hues. So when you keep that all the same, it all works. If I threw a pastel pink in here, it wouldn't work as well. So you want to keep the colors all in the same hue and saturation. So I hope that you guys got some great inspiration on how to change up your outdoor spaces easily with some throw pillows. And of course, it's always all about those accessories. So doing that allows you to really have longevity and new looks each and every season. Next, we head outside to share some fun design ideas for the kids on SoFlo Home Project.
SoFlo Home Project is sponsored in part by Eldorado Furniture. Looking to refresh your home? Visit us online at eldoradofurniture.com or a showroom near you.
When it's time to move, we always recommend to our clients to plan ahead. This gives our clients enough time to vet their mover, collect quotes in writing, and make sure that they do a thorough check on who they're actually hiring to do the work. So when it's time to move, give us a call and set up a free consultation or go to goodgreek.com.
Good Greek Moving and Storage, your superhero movers.
Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are continuing to celebrate the 4th and have some fun in the sun out here on this beautiful yacht. We've been touring it. We've been sharing tips on entertaining all summer long. So we are enjoying the day here out at sea, and perhaps you might be this weekend or maybe enjoying the day at the beach. But what about if you want to bring the beach to you? So if you're missing the beach, I thought, why not bring the beach to your home with a fun sandbox where the kids can play and just creating a little oasis-like setting in your own backyard. So how do you create such a thing? Well, first, find an area that might be suitable for creating your little sandbox, sand pit. Now, if you pour sand onto a grassy area, it will absorb and seep into the grass. So you might want to do some sort of liner that will keep that from absorbing, or perhaps it's a small mini pools. Anything that will contain the sand will be great. You could even build a frame out with some brick pavers and create a little area where you're going to put the sandbox. Now, what type of sand do you put in it? Play sand. So you can get that at any hardware store. I'd say best to probably overbuy a little bit so you're not stuck with less sand. All right, so we're going to get this started, and I cannot wait for you guys to see how fun this can be to add to your own backyard. Make sure when you set up your sandbox or little beach oasis that you have some toys for the kids. You could even use some of the toys to kind of spread it out if you want a little more coverage and you want to make sure everything is covered here. Got a little rake to do that too. And let me tell you, I miss the feeling of sand on my feet, and I know that so many of us at home do. And so just a little tip to be able to keep your pets away from the sand, which we might want to do, sprinkling a little black pepper or Cajun pepper will do the trick. So this came out so cute. I hope you guys could implement this somewhere in your home for a fun space for the kids. For me right now, I'm loving the way this feels on my feet. It definitely brings those staycation vibes. But you know what really is going to bring the staycation vibes? A hammock. I think it's the perfect addition to any home, whether you have some trees in the yard, whether it's right in the area like we have it here in this sand little oasis, or somewhere in a private corner of your backyard. The hammock is the best thing for relaxation, reading, and just staycation feeling. This is so relaxing. I'm ready to kick back, enjoy a nice book, maybe a drink, and we'll see you when we get back. Coming up, we have more fun in the sun outdoor decorating ideas on SoFlo Home Project. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm Alena Capra, and we are on the last stop of our Fun in the Sun tour here. Mo, I wanted to thank you. We got a great chance to check out not one but two yachts, so we walked right across from one to the other. So I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
So many great entertaining spaces, obviously great outdoor spaces. It's a beautiful day out, and we've just been able to sit and enjoy. And I'm sure that people really get an opportunity during these holiday weekends, and any weekend in South Florida really, to get out on these yachts and enjoy fun in the sun.
I'm happy that you saw our Miami lifestyle.
Definitely. So having those great indoor and outdoor spaces, covered spaces, all the above makes for a great yachting experience.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank you, Mo. Also going to wish you a happy early 4th of July, and we appreciate you letting us tour here today.
Thank you for coming, and a happy 4th of July.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, in keeping with the summer design theme of outdoor living, take a look at what we have for you next week on SoFlo Home Project. Get ready to fire things up in your backyard with some sizzling design tips. Create the ultimate cookout experience by creating your ideal barbecue gathering spot. And now it's time to check in with our friend Hunter Frankie, the host of SoFlo Health. He's probably up to some really cool things leading up to the holiday weekend. Hunter, what's going on?
Hey there, Alena. Join us tomorrow on SoFlo Health as we explore some hidden Hollywood parks and we visit the Broadwalk and, of course, the beach. Plus, we'll also join our friend Jamie Maitland and learn how to make some gut-friendly meatballs with a hidden ingredient that some of you will love and others will be a little skeptical of, but it's for your health. Then we'll, of course, have our panel of health experts to speak to improve your health from everything to regenerative medicine and more.
Thanks, Hunter. That sounds great, and happy 4th to you. And to our viewers, we thank you for joining us this week and also want to wish you a happy and safe 4th of July weekend coming up. And we hope to see you again next week for another all-new episode of SoFlo Home Project right here on Local 10. And remember, there's no place like SoFlo Home. If you missed any part of this episode, or if you're looking for more design inspiration, make sure to check out all episodes online at SoFloShows.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media on Facebook and Instagram.